In this video, I'm going to compare the Arturia Drumbrute Impact to Addictive Drums 2, specifically the Real Machines Adpak, which has spectacular samples from 5 different 80s drum machines: the 808, the 909, the LinnDrum, Simmons, and DMX. I'm going to start with an overview of both instruments. Then I'm going to talk a little bit how I set up the comparison and some of the limitations to it. Then we'll hear a bunch of sound samples with different beats so you can hear the difference in sound. Before we get started, let me just say that no one sent this product to me because, well, my channel's super small. No one really cares to send me things. So with that said, I would really appreciate it if you like this content to hit the subscribe button below. I'm trying to grow things and it would really help. Actually, even if you don't like this content, I'd still really appreciate it. But rest assured, I spent my own hard-earned on this thing. So you know that everything I say, I really mean it. Let me start with an overview of Addictive Drums 2. I bought this about 10 years ago when it was just Addictive Drums 1. Or actually, it was Addictive Drums. And the second I got it, I fell in love with it. It's amazing what this thing can do. Not only can you load up all kinds of different machines and acoustic instruments, but there's a beats library with tons of different MIDI files to choose from that you can just drag and drop right into your project. Once you choose an instrument, you can go into the actual kit and make edits on each individual kit piece, including adding EQ, compression and distortion, and other different effects. If you even want to, you can mix and match different kick pieces. So like say a LinnDrum kick with an 808 snare. Pretty cool stuff. It has fantastic samples and it's been my go-to in any in-the-box project. Addictive Drums 2 is great, but I wanted to get a hardware instrument. So I was looking at all kinds of different things like the Roland TR-808 and some of their boutique synths. And ultimately I decided on the Arturia Drumbrute. And the reason was it's all analog. And I knew it was going to sound a little bit different than some of those samples. That was okay with me because if I ever need those specific sounds, I can jump into Addictive Drums 2. So I just wanted something that would sound a little bit different and also give me the flexibility of a hardware synth. So that way, if I was jamming with friends or doing something else that you were wanting to finger drum or something like that, I would have a hardware synth that could do it. But what I was looking for was something that sounded its own and that was very different. So to set up an A-B comparison, I did a couple of things. I set up 5 different beats that I'm going to run through. 4 bars on the Drumbrute, 4 bars on Addictive Drums, back and forth through 5 different beats. And I'm going to go through all 5 different instruments that they have on the real machines. I did my best to try and match up the sounds from the Drumbrute to the 808 samples as far as decay and pitch and things like that. But it wasn't perfect every time. Either way, this will give you a good idea of how it compares. Let's get started. So there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. Just a couple of other notes. In none of these samples did you hear the FM drum from the Drumbrute. And sometimes I noticed that actually sounds more like some of these 80s toms than the actual toms sound. And you can really adjust the sound too. But that's just a little something extra that this has that those don't. Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck out to you or which one was your favorite. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.